Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Leanna and today I do have a small haul for you, an online auction. I won a couple of items that I'm excited about, and on Tuesday I went to my local Value Village for 30% off Seniors Day, picked up a few items there. But at the end of that, we're going to talk a little bit about Poshmark news, we're going to talk a bit about Poshfest, and we're going to talk about some of the new features that Posh Canada finally has. Alright, so first we're going to start off with Value Village, because it's not nearly as exciting. And besides, all the Value Village stuff is on top of one of the auction things. Alright, so the actual first ones I'm going to talk about are insoles, because I did pick up another baggie full of insoles. They're already sort of photographed and into inventory, so I don't have them here. But I will add the photos. I'll show you a couple of photos of them. And I will really do that because I actually put add photos on top of my notes, so I won't forget this time. So I picked up this baggie full of stuff. Originally it was $3.99, 30% off, which means I paid only $2.79. There was 4 pairs of insoles, 1 Dr. Scholl's high heels, 1 Air Plus for high heels as well, and then 2 pairs of New Balance insoles, 2 different sizes. I forget the sizes off the top of my head. So technically speaking, they were only 70 cents per item, which is really good. So 70 cents per listing, because I made 4 listings out of them. I am hoping in around the $10 mark for sales, make a little bit of money, and that's fine. I've had really good fortune with the Bloodstone insoles that I've gotten from Value Village. So I'm going to say about $10, give or take. If the Dr. Scholl's and the Air Plus high heel ones sort of sit for a while, I might just add them into maybe a high heel order. If somebody orders a pair of high heels from me, if it's enough sort of profit for me, I might just add it in because it is only 70 cents. We'll see. We'll see if they sit around. But anyway. Okay, what else did I get? I got a mess. I didn't get organized today. So I picked this up. I love crushed velvet. I think it's very classy. Originally it was $10.49. Which means I only paid $7.34. It is ModCloth. Now, ModCloth is not nearly as good as it used to be, but it is a plus size. And I thought, okay, that's pretty cool. Until, where did it go? It's new with tags. So that's even better. But it's just a really nice little crushed velvet blouse, top, and a nice sort of ruby red wine color. I'm hoping to get about $30 out of this. I might have to wait because it's not really a summer item. You know what I mean? It's more for fall or winter. So this might stay in my closet for a while. But I'm hoping about 30 sort of across the board, Posh Canada, Posh US. eBay maybe 25, give or take. So we'll see. The next one I want to show you is this. So originally it was $9.49, which means it was $6.64. The brand is Simply, if you can see that. This is a Canadian brand. It's very slinky. I picked it up for, the style. It's just a sort of tiered tunic. Very slinky, size 14. I like the color. The color's a little different. With this brand, the more unique the style. This one's medium, sort of unique. They have some really cool styles. The more money you can get. So I did pick this up because of the color, because I love the brand. The brand sells really well. And I'm looking at maybe $30 on Posh Canada and on eBay. Posh US, though, it's just not that great of a brand. It sells maybe between $12 and $30. So I'm going to list it for the same on those platforms and just see how it goes. You know what I mean? I will still list it to make the $30 on Posh US. We'll see what happens. What's next? That's last, because that one's cool. So I picked this up. Patent leather with the little knobbies. Originally it was $9.99. So I paid $6.99 for it. It is Mark Fisher. You can see that. Really good condition. Pretty clean. I thought it was kind of cool. I did look it up when I was there. We're looking at about $35, give or take, sale price, which is not bad for that price for $6.99. Patent leather. I checked all the zippers, made sure they were working. But they have the price tag here and I can't unzip this one. So you know what we're going to do on camera? We're going to take off the price tag now that I've shown you what price it was. And we're going to see if we can get it to... Oh my God. Why did they do this? There. There. The zipper works. No cool surprises in there. I was hoping that there was something in there, but there's not. But the zipper works. And the zipper works. Things to look for. Alright. Where am I putting this stuff? Put it down there. The next one I picked up. Originally $11.49. Came to $8.04. They are cool. Is it cool? 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 Size 14. Cargo hiking pants. These are actually really cool. I love the size. I thought the size was going to be really good for me. And they're selling for about $30 on either Poshmark and about $25 on eBay. So I'm happy with that. Last thing from cost $4.99. Well, it was priced $4.99, which means I paid $3.49. It's a little bulldog shoehorn with the bamboo, so it's probably vintage. It needs to be cleaned up. Yeah. I thought that was really cool. And right now on eBay, they're selling for about $10. But Poshmark, I might be able to get more, because Poshmark is kind of interesting that when you have something kind of unique or different, you tend to get a little bit more for it. And when I went looking for comps on shoehorns, holy moly, some of these, like the name brands, like some of the brands could sell for a lot of money. So it's a good thing to keep your eye on, because it's something that people may not realize is something that can sell. So I'm hoping at least 20 on Poshmark. If not, I'm keeping it for myself because I want to. Okay, so that's everything from Value Village. We're going to go to the auction. Taking advantage of online auctions is something that's been part of my business for probably since the beginning. We've always enjoyed auctions. We used to go on dates to live auctions. It was fun. It's nothing like the Poshmark lives, but it was fun. We liked it. But here we don't get them a lot, so we do online auctions. So one of my favorite auction houses had a great estate sale auction. The one thing I'm going to show you first. So this is a Lagostina Pronto pressure cooker. It has the box. The box is, a mess. It has been used. It does look like it has all of its parts, which is good. So I bid on that. I end up paying in total, it's dirty, in total $12.80. And as it is right now, I'm hoping at least $50 on eBay. I'm going to check into parting it out to see if I can earn even more money, because some of the valves are even selling for like $20, so we'll see. But $12.80, I was happy with that. The next bit I'm going to show you is over here, is all these pieces. Plus a couple of bits of pieces of utensils, which aren't really worth anything. But there's a total of 19 pieces in this lot. I paid $19.49 for it in total. That's with buyer's premium and taxes. That's what you have to remember with auctions, is the buyer's premium. Ends up being that this cost me $1.03 per piece, which is fantastic. So I do have a couple of things that I haven't done research on. Really quickly, just show you. This one's got, some chips, so I might just keep that one from outside. There's no markings on this. It's just one of those sort of, not really ceramic, I don't know what you call it, terracotta, sort of southwestern bell. So that one will get listed. I'm not sure yet how much for, because I haven't done the research. This was in there. Paul says this is an ashtray. I say it's just a dish that's got a kidney shape or a brain. Kind of looks like a brain, doesn't it? Sorry. Anyway, it is is it C6C? I can't tell. Or CCC. Canada. I thought it was a Blue Mountain pottery. I have to do more research on it. But, it's just sort of an add-on. It's not the reason I got the whole lot to begin with. Then we have a couple of these plates. This one is a nothing, but it's a nice big serving plate. It might be good at a garage sale for a couple of bucks. But there's no real brand on there. Stay. This really pretty one. It is a Royal Norfolk. Maybe get $10 on eBay for it. Maybe. But the rest of it. Let's see if I can show you. The rest of it is Fiesta ware. $1.03 a piece. Now, some of these are not in fantastic condition. Like this one has some scratches and whatnot. But I love Fiesta ware. I wish I could keep it all. So I got this little sort of lunch plate or smaller dinner plate. And then I got these two bigger dinner plates. They all have different markings on them too. So I want to do a bit of a research dive into when the labels are from and see if some of them are vintage or not. So those are the plates. Got these two little cereal bowls, and again, the marks are different. These ones are cute. I got one little tiny saucer. I'll do the research and see if it's sellable just as it is. If not, I can use it as a plant holder. And then we got these two little salad plates. I think they match the bigger plates, so that's maybe a lot. We'll see. Okay, so there's 4 of these. They have a little bits like that, but there's 4 of these soup bowls. I did wash everything, but I think I'm gonna have to do another scrub of it. So yeah, there's 4 of these, which is cool. And then there's 2 of these. So these are a bigger sort of serving bowl, but both have a chip, unfortunately. But they're a nice size serving bowl. So I'll do some research and see how much, even with the chips, if I can get anything out of that. But I'm thinking if even I can profit, and we're talking about profit after cost of goods and everything, if I can profit $5 from each item, and there was 19 items. I didn't do that math. I apologize. Means $95 in profit. That's after cost of goods. So that's not bad. I think that's pretty good. And I'll try not to keep very much of the Fiesta ware, even though I love the colors. It's a very simple looking, dish set, but love the colors. Anyway, that is what I got for my haul. I was really excited about the online auction. I do look at them all the time. We use a website called Hibid, HIBID.com.ca, I'm not sure. And you can filter to your area 50 miles, 20 miles from where your address is, your postal code, your zip code. And you can find online auctions that way. Easy peasy. We have gone as far as, sort of London, Ontario, which is about an hour away. And there are auction houses that we wait for and we look at because we've been dealing with them now for a few years and we really like them. They seem to be ethical and good. So we like to do that. We like looking at the online auctions. You bid and it closes whatever. It's super easy to use. It is an area of sourcing that some people may not realize that is available to them. You have to remember with auctions that you have a buyer's premium. This one I think was 15%, so that's on top of your bid. So if you bid $10 on something, you'll be paying the extra $1.50 as a buyer's premium plus the taxes. So it's not just your bid, it's everything else as well. With some online auctions, some of them are Amazon pallet type, where the auction house got Amazon returns and whatever. Be careful with them because some of the stuff from Amazon has been sort of faked. Like some of the stuff is fake and you have to be careful what you're buying. Just as an aside. All right, we're going to go on to Posh stuff. First and foremost, Poshmark Canada only. They are continuing their shipping discount at $12.99, not $13.49 anymore. or $13.90, whatever it was. They are continuing $12.99. There has been rumors sort of going around that it is a sort of a promotion that they're doing, and when you as the seller send out an offer to a liker, you're still paying the difference from the original shipping price, which was $13.49 or $13.99. So you're paying $3.50 for a shipping discount, but you're not. You are actually only paying the $2.50. I checked today. I went to send an offer and I double checked that that's all the seller was paying. So rest assured, whatever, if they had a glitch, they fixed it. So it's still all fair and good. So they're continuing with that, which is really good. I think Posh US just announced that their prices aren't going to be going up this year as well, which is nice to hear. Posh Canada has added Posh Lens to our accounts. That's it works and it doesn't work. I can see it for buyers if they say, okay, you're out and about and you see this top. You want to see if you can get something similar cheaper. Absolutely, it works, which is kind of cool. And finally, they announced, I believe it was yesterday, that now here in Canada, we will get the QR code so that the post office can print our labels for us, if that's the way you want to go. If you're just starting out, I think this is a fantastic thing. You don't have to invest in a printer if you don't have one. You can just take your sales to the post office. It has to actually be a real post office, not one tucked in behind a pharmacy or a store. That's what I'm hearing, that it has to be actually a post office branch that is a post office. A couple of things have come up with that. People are like, oh, you're going to be standing in line forever. And yeah, you might be. My post office isn't all that busy, but I can see how that would work. Another thing is, if you have all these packages and you're getting your labels printed somewhere else, how are you going to know what's in the package? You know what I do, because with my US sales especially, is I write on the back what the item is. I still have to put where it is in inventory. And I I package it up, and on the package itself, box, poly mailer, whatever, I write the first name, sometimes the second if there's two the same, the first name of the shipping label person, who that item is going to, and what the item is, so that I can, when I get that label, I can see it. And you know what? You do get the username. I can't really show you because I don't want to show people's addresses, but there's usernames on your labels, and you can do it that way too. Put the username on the package that it's going to and do it that way. Double check yourself. So it's kind of cool. Doesn't really affect me. I don't use Posh Lens, and I won't necessarily be using Canada Post to print my labels unless something happens to my label maker or to my printer. But they're not bad. They're pretty cool. And I'm glad that they're keeping the shipping costs down. Okay, lastly, we're going to talk about Poshfest. They have announced where Poshfest is and when it is. I believe it's September 5th and 6th of this year, and it is in Nashville, Tennessee. That's cool. Nashville is a little more central as opposed to being way down south in San Diego, which is a lot more expensive. I'm finding that I'm not really a big crowd person, so for me to go to Poshfest would take, it'd have to be really close to me kind of thing. But it's not my kind of event. It's just not something I would enjoy going to somewhat. It would be kind of cool to hang with people that do Poshmark and make those connections, absolutely. But I'm finding that Poshfest is not inclusive. It is not cost effective. It is expensive. First of all, you have to pay for your tickets. And off the top of my head, I don't know how much those tickets are. If you've ever been, or if you know, let me know. I'm going to say it's probably around $200, something like that. Let me know down below in the comments if you do know that. Then you have the cost of staying overnight if you're not in the area. And even though Poshmark gets a deal on some hotel rooms, the hotels that they have this time, they're still over $250 a night, even with the discount, which is crazy expensive. And if you're coming from out of town, if you have to fly in, we'll talk about that in a second, you're not coming in on the 5th, because you know what, Poshfest starts at like 9 o'clock in the morning. So you're going to get up at 3 and go and get on a plane and go from the airport right into Poshfest? Probably not. and it ends like the 6th at night. And unless you decide that you're just going to miss the end of it and fly out then, I mean, it's doable, definitely. But for me, first of all, I'm coming from Canada, and I didn't do the math flying from Toronto, because Toronto's 3 hours away from me. The Detroit airport is maybe an hour for me. So I did it going out of Detroit. Flights themselves, not that expensive, maybe $300 kind of thing, not bad at all. But to stay, I mean, I would fly out on the 4th and probably fly home on the 7th. So I'm there for the 4th, the 5th, and the 6th. So for 3 nights, right? And then I have my transportation from the airport there to wherever I have to go, etc. So I was finding that even when I did a hotel sort of off the beaten path, and the flight and everything else that goes along with it, would cost me at the very least, $1,000. Plus my cost to actually attend the event, the ticket price. And for me, that's not inclusive. That is not inclusive at all. That is for those few and far between people who, first of all, can afford it. Second of all, can afford those days away from their business. And for me, I would bring Paul, because I'm not going to Nashville, where we've never been, by myself. But that's a personal choice. So is it worth it? You know what? Only you can decide that. You can get some good information. You can meet a lot of people. You know, it could be fun. It could be a vacation type thing. I'm not going to tell you not to go. What I do want to state is that a few years ago, when we were in the middle of the pandemic, and I only say that, I don't know why I did the hashtags. When we were in the lockdown, there, we'll say it that way, they did Poshfest online. Tickets, I think, were $25. I want to know what their attendance was for that. I thought it was really well run. And what's their attendance when they do it in person? Again, in person would be cool, but I thought online was a lot more inclusive. And unfortunately, Poshmark has a reputation of having clicks. I said clicks. And, you get that high school mentality. And I think if they even did a hybrid thing where they did a little more online with Poshfest, that would just bring us all closer together. And I think that would be better for the community overall. When they do Poshfest, they do put certain things online, but the quality is absolutely horrible. You can't hear them. They're too far away for the actual person who is speaking, so you can't see them. And you would think that with this company having all these lives and the technology, that they would do a better presentation online than they do. So honestly, if it was online, I would absolutely buy a ticket, and I would go and see what was going on with life. But in person, unless it's somewhere really, really close, where I could go that day and spend one night, I might consider. If it was in Toronto, it would be easier for me. If it was in Detroit, it would be easier for me. I don't think that's ever going to happen. I don't think they're ever going to bring a Poshfest into Canada, because the majority of their users are American. So that makes sense. But if it was somewhere a little more accessible, money-wise and just area-wise, I think that would be better. Anyway, that is it for today. I hope everybody has a fantastic weekend. I'm going to get out and mow my lawn this weekend. I'm excited to do that because it's going to be nice and warm, and I get to get my backyard organized, which is bothering me, and I want to get it done. Anyway, that is it for today. I hope everybody has a great day. Again, I'll see you next time. Bye.